Another day, another morning. I'm sorry, Morris. Everybody's out here doing good. Donnie's got Ruby for me. It's supposed to rain. Start at like 3. Maybe I can get home before it kicks off if I'm on time early to get Johnny today. Hey, bud. Hi. You want to move to the cat hotel? You're going to eat there. Doesn't matter to Mom. It's another gorgeous day in the neighborhood. Good morning, Panther. Good morning, Gray. What am I supposed to see?
The paper has just for kids this kitty cat jumping rope. I thought you could cut this out and make you a
flip book.
A flip book, yeah.
Huh, pretty cool idea after the parent helps the kid glue the newspaper to cardstock.
Yeah, well, I have some of that.
Well, you hold down the fort for me. You two boys get along as best you can while I'm gone. Don dusted Ruby for me. Said he cleaned her wheels. What you got, Mart? Probably a bug. I like to chase bugs. Ruby, I have my key fob. I should have my key fob. Thank you. That was a little delayed. Not making me smooth this morning. It was a pretty uneventful ride in this morning. I don't think I got irritated with anybody. 65 out there, looks a little hazy. Gonna be another warm one today before the cold front comes through this afternoon. If I'm lucky, I'll be able to get back home before it starts raining and Ruby will stay clean. And if I'm not lucky, well, Ruby's gonna get dirty. Johnny has his final college exams this morning. English is up first at 8 and health is at 10. And then he'll just have his 2 high school classes until those exams, which are, I think, a couple weeks away. Normal Tuesday stuff going on today. Ruby's camera still say calibration in progress, and after I drive the turnpike up to the chiropractor's office, if that doesn't sort it out, I'm opening up a service ticket because I've done what I can do trying to reset it one time, and at this point they're gonna have to do something. I'm gonna head back to the house pretty quick this morning. I need to finish up yesterday's video, get the walk in, and head out on time for the chiropractor. But I didn't want to miss getting out of the car for a minute. It really does help me. Oh, that tree's pretty. I don't exactly know what that is. It's not a golden chain tree because it's not golden color, but that's pretty. Hey, Donnie.
Hey, pretty girl. We're out here. It's a beautiful day.
It is. I got the video sent to render.
Yep.
Running probably 10 minutes later than I wanted to be running to start our walk, but it is what it is and it's gorgeous, and this afternoon it could be raining, so.
Right.
And I have less pain and more enjoyment of my day when we walk in the morning. It just gets me going better. Wow, it's Tuesday and our people are out here exercising. It's been, I want to say, 6 to 8 weeks since we've seen them, even on some pretty days, so good to see them out here. Looks like they're finishing up maybe.
But they were out here.
But they were out here.
Wiping sweat.
Yep. So Don and I are trying to solve the problems of the world this morning. Wouldn't you like to be an ear in this conversation?
Yeah, well, I don't know. We go, because, you know, we're on opposite sides on a lot of things.
Ah! Well, we are on opposite sides.
We're
about
on
some
the same side on a lot of things.
Right. We don't agree on everything, and Don is real respectful about it, probably more so than me. But we were talking about Elon getting Twitter.
Right.
And I think I heard him say one of the things is that he wanted to open source the AI that does the controlling of any speech out there, I guess, so that it would be more understood, visible, I know a few friends that have said a couple things on Facebook, maybe Twitter too, where they got banned or they got taken offline for a little while. And you know, it's a classic line for, was it hate speech, or were you talking about something historically that was hate speech? And the ability of the bots to decipher the intent behind the words, I guess, you know. And so I sort of think maybe Elon's betting his AI is better than the current AI, or just if everybody understands what the rules really are versus just getting told you're banned by some machine and not knowing the really why, somehow that could be better. So I certainly I wish him luck on this endeavor. I'm neither super happy that he went and he got Twitter nor upset that he got Twitter, and I wish him the best on his endeavor since he's there now.
Well, I guess I'm a little slightly different. I would have preferred him not to, but I totally understand what his desire is and how important it is. But I guess I'm thinking you might can fix it here or in the States.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
But you know, the Europe and the other places, they got some really restrictions. I just don't know how. But maybe if you could start here, you solve the problem here in the U.S. or North America or some places, and then you can show people an example of what's possible. And maybe that, in that respect, I'm all for it. And I want to say, if anybody could probably come up with a solution or come up with a methodology, I mean, solving the free speech thing, Elon can. I mean, my God, he's come up with a concept to take us to Mars. I mean, can he at least figure out how to let free speech apply? So I guess I just think it's a monument. It's going to take a lot of time, and I don't know that he's going to achieve. But I appreciate that he's trying. I totally respect it.
Well, I want to think that he's going to turn it over to some very capable people to manage for him.
I hope.
But he doesn't have a good track record for turning things over to other people. And I don't either, by the way. No. But I was thinking this morning of something a little deep that, I'm not on Twitter much, but I'm on Facebook a lot, and I'm on Instagram every once in a while. All the people on Facebook that I interact with, I know them. Like, we either went to high school together, their family, their local Fuquay friends, their New Jersey friends, their people that I was in a photography group with back in the day, over 10, 15 years ago. I know these people and I interact with them, and it's on a sort of on a personal level. It is stuff like people just had their first grandkid, or they got a new dog, or their kid's graduating from high school, which will be me next year with Johnny. But over on Twitter, it seems to be more if you want to interact with a public figure, if you want to have a conversation about profound things. They're really two totally different social media platforms. Oh, that's right. You're going to run back and I'm just going to leave.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too.
All right.
I'll see you this afternoon, and fingers crossed the rain is slow to arrive.
Yeah, that's right. That would be.
We want the rain, but we want it an hour later than they think it's coming.
That's right. Exactly.
All right. I love you.
I love you too. Kiss, kiss.
Kiss, kiss. Yeah, instead of cutting our walk short, we decided he would run home and I would just leave from the environmental park. I think that's going to work out okay. And all I was really trying to say is that Facebook and Twitter are two totally different social media platforms. I think, if you want to follow, just naming some big people here. You want to follow Elon, Jeff Bezos, whoever that is, as John Kelly, the astronaut. You want to follow people and participate, or you're interested in their life and what they have to say, you go to Twitter. If you want to have more personal level interaction, and this is my opinion, I think it's Facebook. And of course, behind the scenes, there's messaging on both. And so if you're trying to message someone, I actually tried to figure out how to message somebody on Twitter the other day and totally struck out. I could not figure it out. Maybe that person had disabled messaging. But it was a person that said that they accepted messaging. So I don't know. Time's gonna tell. It just gives us more Elon news cycle, I guess. All right, I'm up on the turnpike. If anything's gonna fix the camera calibration, it's gonna be the lines on this road, right? One would think, one could hope. Although I did drive home on the turnpike last week and for farther than I'm going to drive today, and that didn't finish it up, so. I was inside the chiropractor longer than normal today. I went into the PEMF room and Donna adjusted my back. I was in some pain up in the mountains this weekend, this shoulder area. It's probably from using the loppers, the pruners on the butterfly bush, and the beauty berry last weekend, like a weekend ago. Probably that's what I did. It feels better after she put things back where they go. My first and second rib on this side doesn't stay where it needs to be. And anyway, I noticed some relief right away, so let's hope that it stays. I hadn't been whining about it too much except to a couple people in person this weekend, and trying to avoid putting my purse. See, I drive with the left hand and I put my purse on this shoulder, and I tend to grab doors and open jars, and I'm right-handed. You go figure why the left side I use it so much. But anyway, I don't have as much time to shop, and I'm being careful with it to let it kind of meld into place where it needs to be so it doesn't move back out and start causing pain again. So I guess I'm gonna go to Guardian Angel because I think Johnny wants Chinese. He'll be disappointed if I don't get him Chinese food, and I don't know if I'll have time for Whole Foods or not. We'll just play it by ear. I think Ruby will be okay there. The van on the end is a rental and waiting for a pickup, and there's nobody on the left side, and she's over far to the right for those striped lines. I'm wondering if the typewriter is steampunky enough. Michelle would want it. I always have such cute things. I already picked up a couple of Funko Pops she said was good for her and Connor. Yeah, I didn't move my arm around too much in there just to try to just keep it still so the pain stays away. So that in the amount of time, I didn't do as much as I normally do. But I got a couple shirts and the Funko Pops and one little cat knick-knack, or what is it, Jamco. It's like a 70s vintage little kitty cat with some flowers. So I only have about 20 extra minutes, maybe 25, before I have to be downtown to do shopping, not counting drive time. It's currently 1:30. So I guess I'm gonna go to Whole Foods, but I have to be really in and out quick. I'm not gonna be able to do normal look around stuff, but I can grab me and Johnny a cold drink, use the bathroom, maybe grab something for dinner. Hello, Model X. I have at most 15 minutes. I mean, I need to be leaving the parking lot in 15 minutes. I'm glad I had extra stuff done at the chiropractor, but even though I shortened my time at Guardian Angel, it just wasn't quite enough. Camera calibration complete. Yeah, it happened at about 74 miles into today's driving, plus I don't know, 80 miles yesterday. So I'm gonna say it took Ruby about 150 miles to finish the calibration. The first time I was well over 300 miles when I kicked it off to start it over. So, well, that's great, because I was fixing to go home and the first thing I was gonna do was open up a service ticket. So thank you, Ruby, for saving me from having to do that. It's 86 out there. Johnny's corralling cats for me so I can safely get in the garage. We have storms incoming. It is more like 4 or 5 o'clock now. Then, yes, Ruby, I'm being careful. Thank you. Sometimes the parking chimes will distract you. Storms are coming in. We made it home. We got to go back out for Taekwondo. If it's raining, I'm taking the van. Hey, Panther. Well, it did rain, but not much. It got windy a bit. It does feel cooler and more comfortable now. I don't think the roads are going to be dry enough, though, for me to want to take Ruby, risk taking Ruby. Bummer. He's just being careful that there's no other backyard kitties coming. Hey, bud. Hi. The rain has stopped. That's my good panther kitty. Yeah, that's my good panther kitty. Dawn power washed it less than a week ago. Poor van. Picking up a few things at Walmart. I got Dawn's coffee filters and Johnny's masks and some more cream and a flat of Impatiens. I suppose it's my fault, but I couldn't put my stuff in the back of the van. I had to load it in the sliding door in the middle because I pulled through and somebody pulled up so close to my bumper in the back that I couldn't get the back up. So hopefully I won't slam on the brakes and, you know, throw things off the seat and onto the floor, because there was a couple things in the middle row on the floor already, or I would have set the stuff down lower to begin with. I am trying to coordinate a Pokemon Go raid with a friend who's on their way through town on the way home from work. See if that turns out or not. I missed Community Day this weekend because of the Tesla event, which was well worth it, but it was for a Pokemon I don't even have, so I sure would love to. He was going to trade me some extra. And let's see what else. Yeah, everything's expensive, but you guys already knew that, right? The prices of everything have raised. The price at Guardian Angel for shirts went up in the last week. And wow, I just was wow. I know she wants to raise money for the Alzheimer's donation, and I totally get that. And I know she's had to raise salaries to keep up and to try to get people to be willing to work there. And you know, it's just hard right now. It's hard on everybody. It's hard on businesses. It's hard on consumers. The inflation's it's not good. I paid way too much for those Impatiens. I miss the days when Rose's was open and they would have 6 packs for $1.25, and they were nice plants. Thanks for coming out and helping unload. It was all I could do not to take the van through the car wash.
I bet.
I went through the car wash, and then when I saw it was $7 for the cheapest car wash, I said, you know what? I can live with the pollen.
Yeah.
Donnie will rinse it off with the pressure washer. It's not fair that it gets dirty sitting over there in the carport, not even driven.
Like, I was going to bring it out early, and I wish I did. I would have blasted it off.
I know you would have.
Yeah.
Your nap was more important.
Oh, thank you.